Do you wonder what to do with all those t-shirts that maybe have a generic style? Some are oversized, but you love the print, or for sentimental reasons, you don't want to lose the t-shirt? I have 3 easy ways on how to restyle your t-shirts in just 5 minutes on each. Want to see how? Keep watching. Hello, I'm Juliet Migwi. On this channel, I share with you tips and ideas on how to make your very own easy and affordable home decor. And on a day like today, I will share with you some of my life hacks. So let me show you what I do with my t-shirts. Someone might ask, why cut perfectly good t-shirts? We do this because maybe they're not your style. In my case, my husband travels a lot. And one of the easiest things to get at souvenir shops are t-shirts. And I love them. I love the print. I love the writing. I love the idea, you know, the sentiment of the fact that he's brought a t-shirt for me. So I don't like losing them. So I restyle them. Also, where we live in Dubai. It's quite hot, so t-shirts are very restricting. And so most of the time I resize them to fit the weather and my style. And so today we'll need t-shirts, we'll need markers in case you need to resize more than you would. We'll need a pair of scissors, and of course your enthusiasm. And let me know, go back into your wardrobe and let me know how many t-shirts do you have. And so for my daughters, we don't want to lose this dance bead, and so we're going to cut off on the side all the way and do long strokes so that you don't get funny jagged edges. Do the same. Do the same on the other side. In my case, I'm cutting this to where the dance is, because I know that's where when I measured her, I knew that's the size for you. You need to find out how long do you want yours to be. Do you want it more of a crop top? Do you want it more as a tank top, you know, just below your belly? Or do you want it above the belly, so that you know how, for this style, how much to cut? So I will separate. One side is a little. The other thing to do is fold into 2. If you're not so sure if one side will be the same like the other, fold into 2, and then so that you have it uniform. Right, and then I'm going to fold it into 2 there, up to where I need it to reach at the front. At the back you can have it longer, but for this style I'll cut it just on the line. And remember, this is the back. I'm cutting the back one. The front one is still intact. Remember, long cuts so that you don't get these jagged edges. Don't be like me. So I will have to correct that. And remember, the good thing also with t-shirts is that they don't fray. In fact, when you pull it, and I'll show you how we'll do that, it gets a nice roll, you know? It gets a very nice roll. And this is where now we come in and divide this into 2. Now this is the front part, where if you would like, that's what the marker chalk was for. You can just cut it into 2. I mean you draw a diagonal line from the edge, you know, the side seams to the bottom. I would have cut off the hemline before, but because I was going to cut it off at this stage, I did not need to cut it off. So I'm going to cut it through, and I've learned my lesson, so I'm doing long strokes all the way to the edge, to where the hem meets, and then I'm going to open it up and cut it right in the middle. I'm going to eyeball it, but if you like, that's what the chalk was for. You can cut it off in the middle. And remember, with t-shirts you can't go wrong, but because there are many ways to reshape and resize. All right, so that's one style. But remember, I said we are in Dubai, so it's very hot. So for us, and as you'll see on today's, we'll cut off the sleeves. If you prefer your straps to be smaller, thinner, you would now eyeball it or cut it off on this side. You would sort of draw and make it narrower. But for my daughter, we need it to stay. So we're just cutting off the sleeve at the hem, at the seam. Oh, I hope you're not feeling pain cutting yours. And it's okay if you make a mistake. So it's always good to try the first one. Use one that you don't mind losing when you make the first try. Cut through. The other thing to note is that there are some of the cotton t-shirts that are not as easy to cut through. The nylon ones are easier. Now we have two options: to cut this out fully, or to cut out the front and remove this one separately, and that's what we're going to do. You could fold it into two and cut off fully, or in my case, I want the back to be higher, so I'll just snip in the middle and then cut off the neckline. And some people might prefer to keep the neckline, but because we want something that allows for no constriction because of the warmth, we're going to cut off our neckline. We're going to go around all the way around. I'll also cut off the tag because it's above. If it was below, I would have left it for stability. There I go again. And the good thing with t-shirts is that, especially if you have the nylon one, all you need to do is pull it a bit. It will just have the nice cool roll. You can wear it with another camisole or a sports bra, or you can wear it as it is. And so this is the final product for my daughter, I know. But once she wears it, wait to see in a minute. this is the second t-shirt. This is nice and quick. And remember, you're not sewing. So we'll do a quick one. Once you've done the first one, the rest is fast. So this is the second style. So we'll still, it's not so different. But this is mine, and I don't want a crop top. And if you do DIYs, don't throw away the pieces of t-shirts. You'll always find something to do with them. Make toys, make clothes for your kids' dolls, use it in the house for cleaning. All right, so there goes. Hey, welcome Dubai weather. And then I prefer mine a little lower, but I have the sleeve longer, so I will fold it into two, and because my scissors are sharp, I should be able to cut through. So I just, and for you, if you're new to this, you can just draw the line with your chalk or Tailor chalk. I normally use, my mom was a teacher, still have chalk, so that's what I use. Find it easy and easy to find, and I don't have to press so hard. So I give it a curve. There goes my t-shirt, but I can't wait to wear it, because now I know I wear it more often than not. It's too thick, and that's the thing I was saying, cotton t-shirts are thicker than the nylon ones. The nylon ones are easier to restyle, and they have a better roll. I'll show you what I mean by a roll. Ooh, there goes. Although you won't even see this much, once it rolls, you don't see these jagged edges much. Here it is, my very own summertime t-shirt. And because the reason I'm resizing this is because it's smaller than I would like it to be. I like it to be more baggy. And tip, the hem is one of the areas that you need to remove to allow your t-shirt to be more flexible. And so I'm cutting off the hem, because the hem is one of the places that is more stable, especially on cotton t-shirt. So I'm cutting off, no ceremony, but I'm cutting one by one because the back is longer and I want to keep that style. I don't want to change the back being longer. If you like the more crop top, just cut it shorter, measure yourself, or use one of your favorites to measure with. You know, you can use one of your favorite tank tops as your marker. Yeah. You know the way when you go to a tailor, you carry this, you're like, make for me a skirt like this. So you have no reason not to wear your t-shirt. Just find a style that works for you. And you can also resize a big t-shirt into a small t-shirt. In this today's, I'm doing more, for this specific one, I'm doing more of resizing a small one into wider, but you can do restyling and still keep the sleeves. Mine are sleeveless because of my weather, but you can also keep the sleeves and resize to be smaller. And I can show you that on another day. You can mention in the comments if you'd like to know how. And please subscribe and press notification button if
this is adding value to you, or you'd like to see more of these, life hacks. So today I'm sharing with you what I do. And what am I doing? I'm stretching the places I've cut so that they can have the roll. You know that I keep saying the roll. It's that cool, raw t-shirt look that you get when you cut off t-shirt fabric. This is more cottony. It is cotton, so it's cottony. If it was nylon, you'd see the roll more. And I'll show you in the t-shirt I am wearing. And so, this is the final look. Simple and easy, in a minute, not even 5 minutes, in a minute, because you just need to cut off the sleeve, the neckline, the hem. And this is what I meant by the roll. As you can see, it's already rolling, so you can't see the raw edges, because t-shirt fabric does that. This is the last one, and this is the one that will, in a sense, be making smaller. Once again, we're cutting off sleeves. Not everyone needs to cut off the sleeve. I hope you're still breathing. I know you've cut your favorite t-shirt, but it's so easy, especially if you have like five t-shirts in there. You have a chance to get 3 new looks. And remember, you can tuck in and tuck front, back, side, front, you know. Up with the sleeves. And once again, if I'm adding value to you, please subscribe and press the notification button, and we'll see you in the next video. And everything we use on this video is linked in the description box below. And I hope you're still writing in the comments, how many t-shirts do you have in your wardrobe? Are t-shirts your everyday look? All right. So for this one, I'm cutting it lower yet again, and I'm cutting both. For this one, I'm cutting the back as well, because I want the back to be lower. So I'm cutting both. Through, straight through, straight through. Yay! Yeah. Okay, so yay, yay! Finally, see the head. Okay, again, that's getting old. And then I'm still cutting off the hem because I want it to be more flexible around the hips. Okay, long strokes. Okay. And this is where it gets tricky. After this, it gets tricky because this new part depends on your how small do you want your t-shirt to get. I'm going to cut off the sides, and then you see. So this one we're cutting off the side fully, and I need to get rid of the seam. This one is the one that takes a little longer than the others. It should take 5 minutes, but of course it's a little more work. Long strokes. Right, and then we're going to turn it inside out. So if you're more funky than me, which I'm sure most of you are, you'd be doing this on the outside, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. I'll be cutting this, and this is what I meant. It depends on what you like. I don't want mine too tight, so I'll do short snips, like a 2-inch. That's about 2 inches about. Once in print, so I'll do, and this is where it takes time. This is what I meant. It will take some time. But try to eyeball it, and it's okay to make a mistake. You won't see. At the end, we may not see. 2 by 2. Keep snipping. Snip, snip. And remember, never mix your cloth scissor, pair of scissors with the paper one, because then they won't be as sharp. All right, and then one last one. And we'll do this. We'll tie them off one by one. And this is why I was saying, if you're funky, then you do this on the outside, and then the frills will show more on the outside. This would show more on the outside, but I want mine on the inside. And as we finish off, remember, this is the tedious part, but as you will see, the look is worth it. These edges, if you want, you can hem them down with a needle, but I don't think there is a need. And if at the end of it all you don't like the style, just open these knots, trim again, and unfortunately you'd have to use a sewing machine here. Unfortunately, because not everyone has one, or it might be more work, and then you can sew it down. But I'm sure you will like the look. So this is how it looks on the inside. And what I was telling you is, if you're more funky than me or funkier than me, what you would do is have this on the outside, and it would look really neat. But for me, I would rather have it like this. Okay, so put this in. So this is where maybe I might tuck in a bit. It would look something like this. Really, really cool and different, and it tucks in the middle. It tucks in the middle, and as I showed you, it's already rolling. So, oh, I can't wait to wear this. I can't wait to wear this. And I keep my print. I enjoy the weather. So this is the third look. Now, please tell us in the comments below which style you preferred the most. Which one did you make? If you can take photos, I wish there was a way we could attach them in there here, and then we could see you. And so we'll see you on the next video. God bless you. Stay safe. Baraka Tele.